Good morning, it's Mr. Barth again. I just wanted to do a quick review of some of the equation types that we ran into next week and maybe even combine some of the skills. All right, so I'm just going to go through 4 problems real quickly. Okay, this is a fractional problem here where we need to get this x alone. So as we saw last week, I'm going to multiply both sides by -3. These are going to cancel out. I'm going to be left with 3x minus 4, and 8 times -3 is -24. And now I'm going to isolate the term with the variable, so I'm going to add 4 to each side. Cancels, and I get 3x equals -21. And now to isolate my variable, divide by 3, cancels, and x equals -7. Sorry about that, that wasn't clear. All right, next one. Okay, so looks like here I'm going to get involved in a little combining like terms and a little distributive property. Okay, first thing I'm going to do is I like to change these subtractions into additions. So subtracting 3 is adding -3, and subtracting x is adding -x, and I'm going to make this -1x so I can see it a little bit better. Okay, now I'm going to bring all this down, -6x, and I'm going to distribute here. -3 times 4 is -12, plus, and -3 times -1, that's a positive 3x. Okay, now I'm going to combine like terms. I'm going to box these up so I know which ones I'm combining. And I'm going to add their coefficients. -6 plus 3, that's -3x. And I add the -12 on there. 3. All right, now this looks like a 2-step equation that I'm used to. All right, I'm going to add 12, add 12. Let's cancel out, or add to 0 anyway. This is -3x. Equals, and -3 plus 12, that's a positive plus a negative, so I have to subtract. 12 minus 3 is 9, and I keep the sign of the larger, or the one with the larger absolute value, and that's 9. All right, and to finish it off here, this is a 1-step equation now. Divide both sides by -3, and I get x equals -3. Beautiful. Here's another one, similar, maybe a little bit more in depth here. Okay, so I need to simplify this on, this doesn't look like a 2-step equation yet. All right, so we're going to simplify over here. Okay, this one's the main sticking point here is going to be what to do with this subtracting of the parenthetic expression. All right, so I'm going to change the subtraction into addition. So keep change, and I'm going to change this over to a negative, and I'm going to put a 1 out front. Okay, so I know that I have to distribute that negative that was there. All right, so I'm going to bring this down. 10, -1 times 7x is -7x. And -1 times 2 is -2. And I'll bring down my 5x. Okay, now it looks like I just need to combine some like terms. Okay, so I'm going to box up my like terms, and I'm going to circle these constants that I'm put together. So I'm going to combine the circles, and I'm going to combine the rectangles here. Okay, so 10 plus -2, that's 8. Positive plus negative, remember you have to subtract. And I'm going to add these 2 coefficients. Well, -7 plus 5 is -2, and I'll put the x on there. Now this is looking like something I'm familiar with. It should be to you also. All right, so I'm going to add -8, add -8. Cancels, I get -2x equals 18 plus 8 is 26. Stays negative because they're both negative here. And I'm going to divide both sides by -2. Cancels, x equals 13. All right, one more. All right, I'm going to distribute here first. Okay, so this is the whole side. It looks a little confusing, so I'm going to distribute. So -9 times 2x, that's -18x. And I'm going to change the subtraction into addition so it clears it up a little bit. 2x plus negative 3. So negative 9 times negative 3 is 27. Bring everything else down. All right, I'm going to combine like terms. I like to box these up so I can see what I'm doing. 12 plus negative 18. I got to subtract. 18 minus 12 is 6. But the negatives are bigger, so I'm going to use negative 6x plus 27 equals negative 15. Okay, and so I'm going to subtract 27, or you can think of it like adding negative 27 if you want. Add negative 27, and these cancel, and I bring down negative 6x equals negative 42. I'm going to divide both sides by negative 6, and I get x equals 7. Now keep in mind, on all these problems, you can take this answer and plug it into where all the variables are up there, and it better work out. If it doesn't work out, you didn't get the problem right. Good luck. And today's exercises will deal a little bit with combining like terms and distributive property. Have a great day.